Howdy everyone. Today we're going to test a power supply unit with a multimeter. Boop. See if it works. First thing we want to do is, well, I've got the plug that goes into the power supply unit. Got it right here. And we're going to want to test this bad boy out. So first thing we're going to do is identify which slots we're going to use. So there's three pins, three pin insertion slots here. You got a neutral and you got a live, and it's kind of dark on my screen. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but one of them is neutral, one of them is live. Okay, the third one on the top here is not something we're going to be testing. It's earth. So anyways, that is plugged in. I'm going to set my multimeter here to, it's like a V voltage with a squiggly line on it, like so. And I'm going to take my leads and put the black lead into the neutral, like so. And I'm going to put the red one into the live, like so. My multimeter here is reading 121 because I'm in Canada, so it should be around 120 volts, plus or minus I think 4%, so 121 is fine. So that's good. Next thing we want to test out is the power supply itself. So to do that, here's all the wires that connect it. And well, my power supply doesn't come with a on and off switch. It's a Cooler Master 800 watts. So I've got to jerry rig something for it to start by itself. So to do that, I'm going to find out which pins to short in order to get this to turn on. Give me a second and let me find that out. Alright, for this next step, you're going to want to look at the layout of your motherboard power supply connector that I've just posted up on the screen. So you're going to want to find which one is the power on switch, the power on switch connector, I should say pin, and you're going to want to short it with a ground. So I'm using a what appears to be like a paper clip of some sort. Anything that's basically metallic that can short out the pins on the connector. So I'm looking at I have the layout of the pins in front of me, and I see that the the on is basically the fourth pin on the right, from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to insert one end of my metal in there. And of course, before you do this, make sure that all the plugs are off. There's no power running into your power supply. Make sure you're not on a like a static electricity inducing surface. Like try not to do this on a rug or something. So yeah, just eliminate all possible sources of failure. And from there, you're also going to want to plug it. Short it with a ground. I know that there's a ground pin right next to my, there's a ground pin right next to my power supply on pin. So the fourth and the fifth one now are bridged. That will create a short circuit. That should turn on my power supply for me. It'll think that the motherboard is asking for it to turn on. So I have my power supply here, and I'm just going to plug it in now. Oops, sorry.
So in today's tutorial,
when I powered it on, I see the fan is turning, which is a good sign. It means that the PSU is turning on. Next thing I'm going to want to do is take my multimeter and set it to the voltage with a, mine looks like a line with 3 dots on it. And from there, you can test every pin and make sure that they work. So to do that, you're gonna put your ground on. You're gonna put your black, the black on a ground. So here, there's one at the very end. So I'll leave it in there. And then I would also suggest not to touch the pipe cleaner or whatever you're using, because that could shock you. And with the red lead, you're going to test the other pins. So any pin that's not a ground should be tested. You could look at your the layout that I posted earlier, just to see what the voltage of every pin should be. So I'm seeing 3.2 on this first pin, and it's supposed to be 3.3, so plus or minus 4% is good. The next one should be minus 12. It's not showing anything. I'll find out why. And then there's 5 volt DC on the third, the fourth, the third, and the second from the right. So I'm seeing that as minus 5 on my reader, which is perfect. So basically you can test all your pins this way, and then you'll have a good idea if your connector is working. So here, 3 plus 3.3. Here should be a 12. Yeah. Another 12. 5. I'm going to skip 2 and then do another 5, I guess. 1, 2, 5. And then there's a ground, a 5, a ground, a 3, a 3. Ground, 5, ground, a 3, and a 3. My connector checks out, so I know that it is working. So that's it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching.